So why am I still single? Well, that's a question I would expect only a blind person to ask. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm fat, I'm naked, and few of you may know, none of you will remember, a few weeks ago I did an experiment where I uploaded two, not one, but two naked truths, and wanted to see which one did better, the one that I sent to Tricia Hirschberger and the one that I didn't. Well, it turns out that the one that I did send did a lot better before I sent it. So I'm thinking it might be that the one I post second may very well be the one that does better. So this week I'm trying that. I'm going to post one second. I am going to post the video I do not send second, so that I can find out, so I can further my research rather. So this video is going to be unlike the first video, which is to the topic, which was what's an annoying question people keep asking you. This one is actually going to be about the question that Tricia Hirschberger talked about in her video, which is, why are you still single? And with me, being that I've never had a serious relationship, that's a pretty good question. Now, I will point out, there was a fellow that once came up and asked me if I had a girlfriend, and I had engaged in a conversation with him, not realizing that he was gay and asking because he was interested. And, you know, in hindsight, I'm rather flattered. I, for some reason, appear to be more attractive to homosexual men than to women. But, well, if they were homosexual women, I guess they'd understand that. Although, I actually think I am more attractive to homosexual women than I am to straight women. I don't know how that is, but it does seem to come up a little more often than not. But that's beside the point. I'm going to set that aside for the moment. Anyway, this gentleman said, you know, he asked me if I had a girlfriend. I told him no. He asked me why. I said, you know, I just hadn't found a woman that I was interested in. And then, you know, I asked him the same, which seemed like the polite thing to do. And he said he didn't like girls. I go, oh, are you gay? He goes, oh, no. Oh, okay, well. So then when people asked you, why don't you just say you're religious? And then it's, oh, okay, you're not into girls because God says so. And he goes, that just clears everything up so easily. Now no one's going to be asking me all the weird questions. And of course, he then said that he was a bisexual, but no, I think he was just into dudes. But I didn't interact with him that much. He was some guy I worked with. Nice enough fellow. But that's one situation where this has actually come up. But so why am I single? I have to be honest here, it's because of child abuse. Yeah. Old man was an incredible pervert. Said a lot of things to me that you just don't say to a child of the age of 10 or 11. And I have to admit I'm very traumatized by it. So, I mean, I'm into women. I'm attracted to women. I talk to women. But for one thing, I always have memories, these painful memories of things my father would say or do that cloud into those conversations, because, you know, all this guy ever talked about was how he couldn't get enough sex from my stepmother. And he also told me how much better in bed my mother was than my stepmother. And he also said that there was one time he was intimate with my stepmother and accidentally moaned my sister's name. Are we getting an idea for just how weird my childhood was? It was incredibly weird. So yeah, the whole concept of relationships, of letting somebody else into my life intimately, is very difficult for me. That's why I'm single. I don't meet a lot of people who I trust enough to cross that barrier. And, you know, as I say, I've gone out on dates, that's not the problem. I've never felt any chemistry. And, I mean, I'm that guy that it's like, look, I'm not going out with some girl because I want to get her in the sack. I am going out with a girl because I'm trying to find a life partner. So if I'm just looking for sex and I don't feel chemistry, I'm going to call you a second time because I'm hoping I'm gonna get some. If I'm looking for a life partner and I don't feel chemistry, well, I mean, I'm just not gonna call you back. It's that simple. Yeah, we went out, I didn't see anything I liked. So that's me. That's why I'm still single. You could also, I guess, blame the economy. That's always a factor. I obviously go out less because not being able to find a stable job. A stable job is actually one of the most attractive things a man can have right now. I think a woman will take a man with a stable job over a man with a six-pack any day. But that's just a speculation, and I wouldn't take that to the bank. So anyway, that is my 2 cents on the matter. That's why I'm still single. Let's see how well this video does compared to the other video. I'm Richard.